Hi, I'm Tomek Pruski. I'm a senior level designer at CI Games.
My name is Dan. I'm a senior producer at CI Games in Warsaw, Poland, showing off our new Sniper Ghost Warrior product.
And currently we are at our safe house. This is one of the base hubs that the player is going to have in the game. And in here we have access to all the necessary tools that we need to utilize before going on a mission or in between missions. So we're going to start with actually choosing one mission. And we're going to use the laptop for that. In here we have 4. Let's choose one of them first. And when we do, we're going to note a sniper and ghost tag.
That sort of refers to 3 different playing styles that we have in this game. Sniper Ghost Warrior is not just the name of the product, but it represents 3 different playing styles. It's not just a sniper simulation. I think Warrior is probably self-explanatory, and Ghost, you know, I don't think ninja is necessarily the term you'd want to use, but you bring together these 3 playing styles. It's one of the things I've liked in helping produce the game, is that it's not just run in and spray as many enemies as you can. You're going to have to use all 3 playing styles to be most successful at these missions. Whether you're sniping enemies from a distance, providing support, but there's also aspects of moving in quietly and closely to the enemy to fulfill an objective. And should you get into trouble, then you might have to fight your way out.
So this is a sniper and ghost mission, so I'm probably gonna prefer silenced weapons, you know, just in case we have to take somebody down on the fly. So we have equipped all the stuff that we wanted, but there's still the workbench. And we're gonna use it to maybe craft a couple of cool gadgets. So I'm gonna use some of those explosive devices, because even though this is a sniper and ghost mission, I might have to go out as a warrior. So it's good to come prepared. And now we're all set and ready to go.
Weapons loaded up, grenades, C4 explosive.
All that.
I think we can take it on.
Yep.
One of the things that most interested me in this game when I started working on it was actually literally just the location. Taking place in Eastern Europe, I think, is relatively rare for a video game. And so we have some really gorgeous vistas, things that I hadn't anticipated necessarily, you know, considering when I started on the game. I was just sort of thinking forest, maybe, whatever, but I really like the environment that we put together for this. Our first mission here is at the train yards, and we're going to be sabotaging some of the tanker cars that are filled with gasoline. The separatists in the area use the fuel to move their equipment around, and if we can break up their operation, it's going to weaken their entire production.
So once I'm at the mission area, I'm gonna hide here in those bushes to stay out of sight, to avoid military patrols on the roads. And I'm gonna use my favorite toy, the recon.
This little drone device is something we love using. It allows you to scout with a bird's eye view of the whole area. You can mark enemies, mark targets, check for ingress and egress points. You can see the entire layout of this whole train yard.
Plus it lets you know if the enemy has any special tools like mortars or reinforcement calling devices to aid them in combating a sniper in long distance.
Enemies here are being targeted in white, basically to let you know they're not alerted to your presence, they're not in any kind of aggressive position right now.
There we go, 1 mortar. Alright, I've got pretty much the entire outpost tagged. It's time to decide on an ingress strategy. What do you say, Dan? This side looks less protected.
Yeah, that's going to be our ultimate objective, is to get into that train depot station.
So I can call the drone in and start infiltrating. And like we talked about in the beginning, this game is based on 3 core gameplay pillars: the sniper, the ghost, and the warrior.
I'm on site.
So These are not 3 different games. This is just one experience fueled by those 3 approaches. So I'm going to start with playing as a sniper.
This basically will allow you to take out the sentries, because if they get alerted, then everyone in this entire facility is going to be out looking for you.
So I'm going to zoom in, adjust my scope to the distance, hold my breath, and pull the trigger. That's one guy down. Although my rifle was kind of unstable and swaying, so I'm gonna go prone for a bit and see if this stabilizes my gun more. Alright, there's one more guy there. I'm gonna have to stay hidden so he doesn't see me.
Two down.
There are still 2 guys here. And I'm not gonna feel very comfortable having 2 sentries who can come here at any moment. But I'm not gonna risk shooting them with my assault rifle. I'm gonna see if I can do a twofer. So I'm gonna use armor piercing rounds and try to get 2 takedowns with 1 bullet. Alright, nice and easy. There we go. That's 2 down. And since there's nobody here left to see us, we're free to go in. So, since we have 2 guys guarding the main entrance, we're gonna look and see if there's some way inside that's not guarded. And for that, we're gonna use what we call scout mode.
This basically gives you a sniper's eye view here of what he might see, a trained soldier might see, advantages, handholds for climbing, silhouettes of the enemy. You can see it's a little slower because now you're very carefully watching your environment, looking for advantages that you can use.
We have found an alternative entrance, so we're going to peek inside, and no one's here, so we can try to go further.
There's the train manifest.
So now all that's left is to actually blow up the train yard. Let's go and do that. Alright, there's a lot of guys here, so I don't want to rush it in. I'm going to try and take them out quietly, and since there's some guys working here with jackhammers and excavators, they might be loud enough not to have our shots heard. If somebody's noticing me, you might see a white bar representing enemy alertness. I shot him just in time, and the works actually obstructed the sound of his shots. It's gonna take his body, put it somewhere the enemy might not notice it. Here's fine. I did see one more enemy here though. Alright, that was way too loud, so now the outpost is alerted, and I'm gonna have to be careful not to run into too many enemies.
Now we're bringing in a little bit of warrior mode.
Yeah, we're bringing a bit of pain.
I can no longer see enemy movement. Repeat, no movement.
Targets over the enemies have gone red. You can tell that they're now actively looking for you. They're more than just alerted. They're out hunting for you now.
And it's best not to engage too many targets at once, because health does not replenish automatically. So I'm gonna have to keep track of my healing items.
Okay, I'm releasing the fuel.
I might have picked a bad time to dump a lot of fuel from a truck.
We were sent here to blow up the train yard, so that's one
And
down.
we have succeeded by now. Alright, let's move on to the second one and see if there's... Oh, there are still guys there. Not all of them were caught in the blast, although some of them were. I'm gonna switch to my grenades. Alright, we're gonna pick up the pace here. See if we can lose their sight. They're still actively searching for us. Alright, looks like the path is at least half clear.
Once the second train car is blown, that will take care of this whole train yard.
Dump some C4 here, just so I can detonate it in my own pace. And because the game will want me to go to the vantage point and light the fire, but I know that everybody's out searching for me, so I should probably be quick about it.
I like that the game gives you a couple of ways, though, to blow the train yard and basically fulfill this objective. With the C4, you can blow the cars remotely with the remote detonator, as you just did, or with a sniping rifle from a distance, blow the valves.
Once we are done with the mission, we have to leave the area, and we're gonna see a summary of how we did in each of the 3 pillars. Alright, so we did some sniping, a bit of ghosting, and a lot of warrioring. And for each of those 3 paths, we receive experience points, which then translate into skill tokens.
Yeah, they'll give you different advantages. There's certain missions where you'll be swimming, so you can get extended holding your breath time, for lack of a better phrase. Better stamina, better endurance.
Basically stuff that will help you follow these 3 paths and make life easier for you.
Thanks very much for watching the game. We hope you enjoyed it. Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 will be released in January of 2017.
Thank you for